Hi friends, welcome back to my crafty desk. Sandra here at Blossom and Inspire. We are working on just building Rolodex cards because I just think it's important that that I know how to do it. Anyways, no, seriously, I just wanted to see. I talked about in the last giveaway video that we just did about these Rolodex cards and how we're going to use Rolodex cards for the new ATC 2025 exchange, Four Seasons 2025 exchange. Anyways, and there are these flimsy ones, and I will say I think I find mostly these when I go thrifting, and they're nice, they're fine, they work, you know, they are. But they are kind of flimsy, especially if we're doing an ATC with them. Even if we build them up, I think they are still quite flimsy. So I wanted to try to beef this baby up. They're like I said in that last video, there's some that are thicker. These are thicker. These ones are not as thick as those ones, but way much more thicker than these ones. And then also, I was thinking on that video, if I butted 4 of these up, it still needed a lot more. It still wasn't very heavy duty. That's that 4. That's 4 or 5 of them right there, and that's still, you know, I mean, I think glued, it definitely will stiffen up. So we just, you know, it can't be flimsy. It needs to be a little bit more stiffer so that yeah. So we're gonna try and stiffen it up. Let's work on that. What I wanted to say is I have a ton of these cards also. So any of my friends that are wanting to do the 2025 Four Seasons exchange that have already participated, maybe you haven't participated yet, but you've been watching it and you thought it would be kind of fun to do. You, my friend, please invite. You are invited. You're all invited. This is, right now I can only do US shipping. So I don't care where you are in the world. If you have a US shipping address, then you may participate. I just have to be able to ship it to the US because of shipping costs. So that's the only thing I think right now. Our cards have to be 3x5s. That's the size of the Rolodex, the most common Rolodex. So we're going to stick with that, 3x5. And it's going to be 4 seasons. So it's going to be spring, summer, fall, and winter. And then we will talk more about the exchange as we get into the year here, well, into the next month. Right now, we're still in 2024. But I want to be ahead of the game tiny bit. So let's do this. I was thinking with all these cards, and this isn't even my whole stack right here. I have a ton more of these ones right here. I was thinking if you wanted to participate, but you don't have Rolodex cards, or you don't have a thrift store, or you don't have things like this in your thrift store. I think they're pretty inexpensive, even like at Walmart and at the dollar store. But if you don't want to shop around and look for them, and you just want some of these, if I'm able to beef these up, I was thinking maybe I can do, so you need 4 for the 4 seasons. So even if you doubled them up, you would need 8. I think I have enough to send you. Anyone, no cost to you. If you want to play, you just have to tell me that you're going to be participating in the exchange, and I'll send you some of these. I'll just need your mailing address, okay? I mean, it's going to cost me a stamp. That's it. So, and then I would just hope that you would be playing in the ATC exchange. I do know that I am putting myself out there, and that maybe people may want them and not be participating in the ATC exchange, but I don't think that's going to happen. I just don't think so. I think somebody will play. So there we go. There's that. Oh my gosh, silliness. Let's get on with the show. So I grabbed a few different things to show, like what we can use to beef these guys up. This right here was just in my stash. So it's just old cards, like lightweight cardstock. Actually, this was from what is it? It may tell me close to my heart, maybe. Yep, close to my heart. This is 2004, close to my heart. It was a card box series where they gave you the bases. It was already decorated a little bit with a background. Then you just create your own artwork and things like that on there, whatever you want to do. Anyhow, I have a lot of this kind of stuff in my stash. So this can be used. All you have to do, you can take it, if you wanted to beef it up, you can like take away all those colors, or you can incorporate all those colors. So, and that right there is going to give it a little bit more thickness. So let's just start with this first. Ta-da, ta-da. Anyways, I think I'm going to use the Oohoo glue stick, because let me make sure I get the cap. There we go. Yeah, I have all these glue sticks. Look I keep opening glue sticks because I can't find them. Look at my little glue stick basket. Like, just use them up, girl. Anybody else? Does anybody else have that issue, or is it just me? It can't just be me. I always say that, but it really just can't be just me. And then I always have friends that say, nope, nope, girlfriend, it is not just you. So let's see. I just want to get this on here. The reason why I'm going to use the oh my gosh, the UHU stick is because I think it's just a softer glue to put down, where my my Scotch stick is very thick and very sticky, and I wanted just that little extra playroom with the glue stick, and I think that this Oohoo glue stick gives me that. And since I have it, I'm going to use it. If I didn't have it, what would I use? Anything I had available. Hope for the best. But if I only had hard, like a harder glue to use, then I guess, I don't know, what would I do? What would I do? Okay, I want that print. So I'm thinking like, it doesn't matter what season we're in. Well, maybe it does, but I feel like you can use any color in any season. It's up to you to incorporate it, to figure it out, and to be having fun in your artful attempts of creating your masterpieces. Okay, well, I don't have my smusher. I need a smusher. Let's see, do I have a smusher? All my stuff's in my craft bag. I still have not emptied out my craft and go bag from the hospital. So, I know you are seeing this video on a Wednesday, and we may have the results back from Jason, but I don't have them as of this date. I am filming on Sunday, so we will see. We will see. Okay, let's get that down. Okay, I'm gonna let that one dry before we come back and look at. I had a little bubble in there, but that's okay. It'll be hidden. This is just out of my stash. This used to be in a book, and I took it out, and I just liked it. Or no, was it? Maybe I bought this in a package, and it was meant to go in a book. I don't know. Either way, it doesn't matter. We're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna glue this one on here, and so probably, actually, what I'll do, if this works, I guess you wouldn't need 8 of them, maybe 6, because you get a couple of extra. So if you needed Rolodex cards, maybe I'll do that. I'll put 6 in there. I'm just thinking, like, if many people wanted them, I just want to make sure I have enough and still keep some in my stash for me. I think I'm going to be using these ones. So, because you can always beef them up on cardstock, but you have the shape here. What else is cool is that once you have your shape, see, it's really soft. The glue just goes, smushes out everywhere. That is one thing about the glue sticks. They get chewed up pretty easily, don't they? Okay, back to this. Anyhow, let's get this one down. Okay, there we go. Love that. Okay, I am so excited about the ATC Exchange 2025. This is so much fun. I think it does a few things for me. It gives me something to focus on, at least something that I have to finish, because I can't do this without this, right? Without me. I mean, wouldn't that be funny if I was like at the end, I'm like, sorry guys, I didn't participate, but I'm gonna host it. Funny, not funny. All right, let's put those two aside. And then we're going to do one on this too. So this is just file folder. So, you can create your own Rolodex cards. You don't have to go buy a Rolodex card. Well, I take that back. The whole challenge is that we use Rolodex cards. Okay. You must use a Rolodex card. So, but if you want to have a tab on your Rolodex card and you don't have one, you can simply grab your file folder. If you don't know how to make a tab, that's a pretty big tab, lady. But maybe I want a big tab. I don't know. We're going to go with it because I don't want to go get out of my stash more stuff. I don't think I do. Do I? That's a pretty big tab too. What I'm thinking is that I could still do that, and I could put the little holes on one side and the tab on the other. I guess that's a big tab too. All right, back to this. Okay. Or if you wanted these little holes and the tab and you have both of these, you can do that. So you do have some options. There's different types of Rolodex cards. I know these are like a little file folder card, but is that what that is? It goes like this, and then these are the little tabs. I don't know. I'm I just wanted to have options. I definitely want to use the Rolodex card, but I want to have options. And if 2024 has not taught me anything about my friends, is we like options, because things came in that I would never have guessed. The creativity on putting things together, which was so cool. Was just so cool. And I learned a lot from my friends. And one of the things I learned mostly is that we need variety, and we need to be able to be free to put our variety, our take, our art, our creativity, and just go with the flow of it. So guidelines, you know, yeah, there are a few. 3x5, that's the guideline. Rolodex card, that is the guideline. What you do with your Rolodex card, or what you add to your Rolodex card, is up to you. As long as you stay within the theme and incorporate whatever elements it is that we are going to decide, hopefully together, that we're going to do. Do I want it that way? So I'm trying to decide, do I want my, okay, take a dry one. Do I want it that way? No, I don't want that. That looks funny. Okay, to me at the moment. Maybe it doesn't look funny to you, but it looks funny to me at the moment. I want to go right there where the tab is, and then just hopefully follow that line. Are my cards crooked? There we go. I did not put that on very well, did I? So, I don't know. Well, just practicing right now. Anyhow, I keep saying that. Anyhow, if you can tell me how many times I say anyhow in this video, I will send you a special thing. But I'm just kidding. I don't want to go back and watch it and count the anyhows. Anyhow. There we go. These, I have a lot of these. So I'm going to say we have enough. 1, 2, 3, 4. Say I did 6 per thing. There's 1. Gosh, it's going to take me forever. I'll be right back. I'm going to count these out and I'll make the piles. All right, I did a rough go through. I'm going to put these aside. I know I'm going to have at least a dozen. I may have up to 14, but definitely 1 dozen. So the first 1 dozen people that say they would like to have Rolodex cards to join in on the 2025 ATC 4-season exchange. If you want one of these, send me an email. I like the emails because the emails are time-stamped, and then you can give me your mailing address in that email. If you're confident that I have your mailing address, you can just send me an email with the subject line that says Rolodex cards, please, and then I'll send you some because I have your mailing address. Okay, so I'll send you 6, definitely 6. I might send 8. Just depends on how many you have, but you'll get 6 of them. They're super thin. You'll definitely need to beef these babies up. Now back to this. Let's see. This is the one we did first. I just want to see how strong that is, and I'm gonna go ahead and try my I don't have good cutting skills, but let me see. I'm just going to try and follow this line. I usually use a paper cutter even with stuff like this because you can tell I cut that a little crooked. That's okay. You know, once the stuff's on there, it's hard to tell. I'll tell you how you can tell for me, how I can tell is because when I go to use that corner rounder, it doesn't match up. Let's see how well. Let's see how she did. How did she do? I want to go the middle of the road. If you don't know what I'm talking about when I say that, there's like a pointy one, a more rounder one, and then a real wide rounder one. And I always call them that one. It's 7 millimeters. I always call that middle of the road. But see, I'm gonna go in there heavy. There we go. With the big guy, with the big one. I'm gonna cut all those corners down. And just do that. Then you're probably like, well, what are you going to do there? I am going to, I don't know, honestly. I'm going to try something though. Let me grab any hole punch probably would do, especially if you have one that's that shape. Would that even be better? I don't have one like that. I don't have one like that yet. I mean, it is something to definitely look forward to in years to come, but I don't know. Let me just see if I can do it like this. That. No, gosh, that's way off base, girl. Way off. Do I have anything else? I have this one, but I think this is like the shape of a heart. I don't know if that'll work. We can try though. Why not? Let's make it fun. Okay, I'm gonna try this one over here. All right. I'm just doing this for giggles. Okay, let's just see how that works. That's kind of cute. I like it, but I want to go in and make it a Rolodex card. So let's take these. How about the little ones? And now I don't know if I want that heart because I see that little piece there, but that could be covered up later. I'm just doing that for fun. I will actually do it right, but that is kind of cute. I cannot lie. All right. Ow, something poked me. What was it? Oh, it's this paper. It's this cards. Like, he's poking me. I told you I can't do sharp corners. So that is nice and thick. I mean, I don't think it's as thick as a playing card. Let me see. I have a playing card right here. Look at me. I got stuff everywhere. That should tell you something about the, the state of my desk. Okay. I don't know if that helps you. I try to do like the sounds and things so you can hear. All right. Everybody move away. Now let's try this one. This is on file folder. Definitely much more heavy duty than the that lightweight cardstock for the card base thing that we just did there. But and that's fine. That is fun. Okay. Throw that piece over there. I've got this cool tab. I don't want it to be that big. I don't have to, but what's cool about this is that you have another piece of stability, something sturdy to hang things off of, punch holes, eyelets, and things like that. You know. I would say only reason why you wouldn't know is if maybe you were newer to the junk journal world. In that case, if you don't know, please tell me. Say, Sandra, I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about, lady. And then I'll find somebody here to explain it to you. Just kidding. You're probably like, no, please do. I've heard you explain things. It's crazy. It's crazy town. Okay. I'm just doing this because I want to show that it does not have to be a perfect cut. It is whatever you are able to do. This is what I'm able to do at the moment. I think. Okay, it's a little rough around the edges, kind of like me. So we're gonna go in here, up and around. Goodness gracious, this is not easy to cut like this. I'm gonna try another tool on the next one, I think. Can you guess what tool I'm gonna use? All right, so now we have that. So definitely more sturdy. I have to get rid of my Sharpies because, yeah, I hurt myself. You guys heard me cry out in pain. And then I do have this piece right here that's just, I want that to go around like that. There we go. If you didn't want this to be that big, I mean, like you could cut up and around if you are able to do it. Am I able to do it? I don't know. Well, let's see. Maybe I only want my tab to go right there. Whoa, fancy. I did it. Okay, sort of. I mean, like it's pretty crooked, but does that matter? I guess it does. I'm good. I'm cutting. There we go. It doesn't matter. So anyways, options is all we're talking about. So let's see. Now we have those two things. And then what about this one? This one looks kind of cool. So this one is not, it's thicker than this one, not as thick as that one. I don't think it is. But I want to try another way to cut those little things out. And then we're going to try one more thing after this too, my friends. So if I have an X-Acto knife or a blade of some sort, I could just do this too, right? I could just take this down like that and like that. Whoops. Should probably be wearing my little readers right now. It might be more easier to do this. Plus my hands are just so swollen. I've been doing a lot of folding and twisting. So I twisted so much. I wanted to make sure whether they sell or not, I wanted to make sure all the little thank yous, the little extras, in the paper bundles and the ephemera building bundles were done. And so I made, altogether, I made 13 things, 13 packages to sell. So I made 13 thank yous. And in those thank yous, if you've seen that video, I used these cute faux wooden pencils, and I wrapped, I don't know, like 48 inches, 48, I think it was closer to like 50 inches of this crinkly trim, or lace trim that I had. I wrapped them on there. And so, it sounded so easy when I was going to do that. And I mean, I guess it is easy, but I had to grip tight and wrap at the same time and windy. So, my goodness. Okay, that's an accident waiting to happen there, isn't it? You guys are probably like, oh no, oh no. If you're watching, do that. Okay, all right. I did the best I could with that. So I'm gonna stick that in there. Go ahead and go back to the scissors. What'd I do with them? Right here. Just didn't get put back where I normally do with them. So I'm gonna and then you can just go in there and trim it up. I suppose I could do this later since I'm not technically gonna make this card. But I figure if I say you can do it, I should at least do it too, right? Yep. There we go. There we go. So, you know, they're not absolutely perfect, but I mean, I don't think they need to be. It's part of arting. And then I'm going to go ahead and cut these ones also around the thing. And then the other thing I was going to do is, if you don't have Rolodex cards and you asked for an envelope for me to send it to you, and please don't feel bad to ask for it. I don't mind sending it to you. I really don't. I don't know that I'll be putting extras in there just because I'm kind of running low on time and stuff. And you know, that edge right there doesn't matter. You can cover that up however you want if you want that little thing on there. But isn't that cute? So far, so cute. Okay, now let's just say you wanted to do this, but you wanted more of these Rolodex cards. And so you asked for these, and then, but you're gonna play, since I sent them to you, you promised you're gonna play. But say you want to save the Rolodex cards for other things also, or make more of your own, however you wanna interpret that. I don't think it really matters how that plays out if you're doing it. If that makes any sense, I don't know. So you can just take them and you can just draw your little thing, you know, draw it out. See? I'll show you. Let's see how easy this one will be. And then I don't have to use my Rolodex if I don't want to. I can save those for other projects, or I would do this if it was me. Here's what I would do. Just because I have so many accidents. Not accidents. What are they called? Secrets. Yeah, secrets. So many secrets. I would probably draw a few of these out and even photocopy it if you want to, right? It's just a shape, for goodness sakes. And then from there, I think I would go ahead and cut it out. And I'm not going to try and curve that because I have a curving tool punch. I'm going to use that. And then you could just cut this out. It's already on the heavier duty card. Boom. Bada boom boom. Okay. See? So easy. So easy. That's the hard part right there. I don't know why I can't do this. Let me try a different kind of scissor. I have these little ones right here that I was gifted. I'm pretty confident I know who gifted these to me, but I can't say it out loud just in case I'm wrong. So please tell me in the comments. Tell us all. These, aren't they cute? They're mermaidy. I love that. Okay. And what's good about these is that they are, they're small and they're pointy. They're sharp all the way to the tips. So you can cut all the way. You can snip the tip, you know, they're, I think, yeah, see, you can't see that, but I'm snipping the tip of that. So these are little tip snippers. Tip snip, a tip snip. Yeah, there we go. I can roll with that. Okay, go around. Yeah, already a little bit easier with these. They glide in a little bit easier. They're so cute, and I love having fun little scissors. The hardest part, I think, for me is that I wouldn't be able to do mass amounts of using the little scissors because of my my hand issues. But there we go. but it is easy. Like if I was just calmly cutting, like listening to a book or a show and just watching TV, or not really watching TV because I gotta watch what I'm doing here, but watch TV but not watch it. I'm just listening to the show in the background. Sometimes I do that. There's certain shows I like that. So I can just cut around. I don't know why I'm trying to cut that. That's pencil mark. Like literally I can go erase that. Stop being such a wild child. Okay. I feel like there's a paper punch like this. If you have one, yeah, that would totally be a lot easier than this too. Okay, there we go. Yeah, and I actually don't even think I have to erase that because I would be inking it and I'd be putting other things on there. That one's still kind of thin, that card, but I think if I was to do that on this one or this one, it would definitely be better. So let's try the file folder with the tab. This is all about just experimenting on what can be used and how to use it and how to make it work. Like you don't have to have all the specific things, you create them. That's sometimes fun in itself, is figuring out how can I do that with what I have. I just want to do that and that. I feel like I have a punch somewhere that might work, but. And does it have to be that exact design? I don't think so. I don't know. It just has to be a Rolodex, right? So, with that, let me ask you guys this. Since it's supposed to be a Rolodex, do you feel like we should, if we were to use these ones, that we should create that Rolodex look? I'm not sure, Denise, if that's what you were talking about, or is it? I mean, like these were Rolodex. Like I didn't have these in here. I just have these were multiple, and the writing goes right on these, just like they would on here. Yeah. Okay. Don't complicate it, lady. I'm not talking to you, Denise. I'm talking to me. Don't complicate it, Sandra. Look at me calling myself a lady. Just kidding. Okay, what the heck? What kind of cut was that? All right. And then, okay, so now my little tiny scissors, I think, I don't know if they're going to want to cut through this. This is thicker file folder. Yeah, they're doing it. Okay, let's go with the flow and see. Whoa, pardon me. Just kidding. It was the paper. I already confessed to you that I think, was it on this video? Did you already watch the video? If you haven't yet, you'll hear it. I confessed a secret about myself. I'm like a squeaky toy. Okay, so I'm going to try these ones. These ones are my Stampin' Up! Precision tips. I've had these for years. And then packed away for years when I wasn't crafting, and then brought back out again. Okay. There we go. Nice. Nicely done. And then the same thing here. Maybe just go that way and then that way and meet in the middle. Let's see if that works. Okay. Yeah, if I wanted to make that into that, I sure as heck can. Sure as heck I can. That cut was really rough though here. Let's just make it a little bit bigger. And also, they don't have to have this little weird indentation, do they? I don't think. I call it weird because I'm struggling with it. Does it have to have an indentation? Like, you know, like a hook? Or can it just be straight? I think it could be just straight if you wanted it to be. All right, so now we have this, and I have all of these cards here. I can make 12. I'm gonna remember to do that. I'm gonna make 12 bundles of 6 for sure. And then, and that's all I'm gonna make. I mean, if more people want them after that, I mean, if more people want them, I'll see if I have enough to make more, but I know I can definitely make 6. And then I wanna make sure I'm putting just the regular Rolodex cards in there and not these ones that I was making. Okay, yes, there we go. So let me clean this up real quick. This is a big mess. Okay, clip those on, yep. Okay, Sharpies, all my little Sharpies can go away. And This is still a good piece. Can't throw that away. That's a good piece. These little tiny ones are garbage. Let me get those. I need to go unpack my little craft bag too, because I really need my tools that I'm used to using. All right, then you would have these and you'd be able to create with these. So I would love to know if you are interested, if you haven't already participated. You don't have to curve the corners either. Just letting you know, I just do it. So I like it like that. I get, they poke me. I don't like that. Anyways, if you are thinking about joining in on the 2025 ATC, for season exchange, I would love to know about that. I would love for your comments in the for you to comment in the comments, letting me know if you know, and even if you say you are, you don't have to commit to all 4 seasons. I would love more than anything for you to participate in all 4 seasons, but I know that life happens, so there's that. And you can pick up anytime you want if we've already started as well. All right, so let me see, where are we at? Just making index cards. That's all I'm doing right now. I think I might actually do this for myself. I thought about pulling these and using these. I might do one of these on my own, but I really think I'm gonna just use these thin ones and put them against some fun colored cardstock for the back, because you do have to write stuff on it. This might be the front, I don't know. I mean, this could be the backdrop for whatever I'm doing, and I write on the back. But I love this idea. There is a lot of variations. There's probably more variations. But the gist of it is that it's 3x5, and it's a 3x5 card, and that it has to incorporate different things, right? So I wanted to see about this one. Do I have another punch somewhere that I can put a different hooky thing in there? I think I do. I just gotta find it. I'll be right back. All right, I found this one. I was thinking this would work, but I don't think so. See, it has that wide thing. I practiced it. Sorry, I didn't want to wreck one of my cards. I was like, let me just try it on this one. I can go in like this. You know, you can move this thing to push your paper in or out. So I was thinking maybe if I went, you know, it's just really wide, or I could put it on the outside, but let's try it. We'll go one way here. Well, that didn't really do anything but make a mess. I went too close to the edge, of course. Or I can go, you know, well, I can go this way. But I want to be a little bit off of that, because I guess I can always clip that in there. Let's just see. Let's just see what we have here. Don't think this is making any sense, but you know, we don't know what we don't know until we know. And I was thinking, well, what if we, you know, I don't know, get those sharp edges off there. I mean, it's just another take, right? Like, could that be the index card? I think I'm far reaching, but you know, whatever. You may have a better idea. I don't have another idea. I think these are fine the way those are working. The other thing I have is this hole punch right here, which is a, don't know what size that is. It's very small. I think it's like the regular size of a regular, I don't know. Those things really drive me crazy, but I'm going to try, and I can't see what I'm doing. I want to go just right here. Will that be enough of an indentation? Yes, that, I think I can work with that. I can work with that. So what if I was doing another card, and I had my index card? Let's see. I have so many of these cards. Look at me. I'm just going to keep wasting them. No, that is not what I'm doing. I'm not wasting them. I'll use them. So what if I wanted my hole to be a little bit bigger? I can always take this. I wanted to see, would this still work on an index on one like this? See, I can make it round. Why not? That's kind of cool. All right. Changing up my shape a little bit. There we go. I like that one. I got a little bit better. I actually really like this. Okay, clever. Wow. I know I'm not the first one to do that. Someone else is probably like, Sandra, you have a small punch, try that. That's cool. I do like that. Now what we want to do is see, Would it work on the other side though? Because that's what we're talking about, is a 3x5. So say I had a 3x5. This is like just all information. This is a video. I'm learning with you. So just, I guess, craft along. Just a craft along. So 3x5. That's what I'm working with. Okay. And then I wanted to do something like this. So say I only had one index card, right? Or one, yeah, one, not index card. What are these called? Rolodex cards. I can always use that for a guide. If I didn't have one, I would just use try to use my brain for mathing power, which we all know that is not my forte, but I would try. I'll go in here and do this one as close as possible. There we go. Cute. And then I have this. So I would still need to cut that. So what would I do? I would just make my lines right there. Just give me a little bit of guidance anyways. Then I take my little snippety snips. Let me get these ones with the, ouch. Oh, that hurt. I did not bleed though. God. All right. It's always wild around here. It doesn't have to be a curved line, you know. It can just be just simply like that. Fabulous. Winner, winner. Love that. This is my winner. This is the winning one right here for me. If this is all I had to do, I would do this, except for, I'm lying, because I would do one more other thing. Where is my paper? I need more paper. So let's see. Let's just say this was a 3x5. We're going to do a tiny one here. I just want to try something. I really like those hearts. I want to see if it would look okay if I did the hearts. But I can't see past all these crooked lines. So let's say we were doing the hearts. Oops. Oh my gosh. While I was looking for that, I cleaned up my punches. And I can't reach it. All right, here we go. So say I was going to do this. Oh, turn it around so I can see what I'm doing. Thank you. I'm going to go right up here, a little bit past that. We'll just do one there. I guess I would probably be better off if I was measuring kind of so my hearts were in the same, you know, across. It's not too bad. It's not too good. It's not too bad. And I'll just make a couple little lines because I need something to follow. I need a guide. Yes, sirree. I like that too. So if you have any other design, I don't have any design punches. So isn't it funny? I used to. I got rid of them all because I really didn't think it was something I would use. That's okay. Something new to look for. That's cute too. I love that. All right, my gosh. Oh my gosh. All right, we got it. Okay. I love this. I'm super excited. I don't know what else to think about how to do these right now. I also now have confetti that I can play with, but I mean, I don't have any place to save it at the moment. So, oops, did I just break that? Lordy. Okay, well, anyways, this is, I think, what I'm going to stick to, even if I use these ones right here, which I do think I'm going to do, and I'm just going to beef them up a little bit. I'm going to use my punches to make my holes because I like these Rolodex holes. I like having a variety, and things that I can choose from to use. This one did not work. But, and if I had more shapes, I would do more shapes. I just think that is so much fun, my friends. So anyhow, this wasn't really a crafty video. I mean, I guess kind of. It was more just let's see what works and just talk about the ATC exchange. So we will talk more about the ATC exchange probably closer to the end of this year, or maybe even within the first week or so of January. The spring ATC, I don't even have my 2025 calendar open yet. I just got it. Right here, I'm so excited. But my mom made me nervous. There's this, she gave me a stupid stition years ago, and she said, you don't ever open up your next year's calendar or write things in it because you're looking too far into the future or something like that, and it could be a bad omen. I don't know. And I don't even know if is it true? It's a stupid stition. Of course it's not true. So, but I can't help myself. So because of that, I will look at this little tiny block right here because that's on my December 2024. And I can tell you the first week is only a few days. So, I mean, we could be talking about it within the first 2 weeks of January to set the date. But basically, spring will be due in March. I think that works out well, get us through the holidays, and then we will move on from the dates from there. I did learn one thing. Christmas, I was trying to do our ATC well before Christmas, as you can see here, you know. And I mean, we all kind of struggled. It's hard. It's a lot of stuff's going on. So I think next year for 2025, we're going to push the ATC giveaway, I keep calling it a giveaway, the ATC exchange. If you send one in, you get one, period. That's all there is to it. As long as yours follows all the stuff, I mean, you'll get one. So, or you'll get yours back. But we're going to do the ATC exchange for December. We're going to do it after Christmas. I think that's nice. It will give us all something to do after all the shenanigans of Christmas and everything that's going on. We'll just do it then. I think that's definitely better. So, I guess that's it, my friends. That's all I've got to talk about this right now. I need to get on to some other things, and I need to get some housework done. So I hope you enjoy all your moments, my friends, and I will see you on the next video. Bye.